Hi all, I'm Saurabh, and I've created this application called Video Transcription and Search App. So what does this exactly do? Let's say you have a list of videos. For example, here I have 7 videos, some on AI, some on contextual retrieval. I have one on Naval Ravikant's podcast. So what if you're looking at this video and you want to go to a certain timestamp exactly using a prompt? This is exactly what this application does. Let's say I want, in a Naval Ravikant video, I heard about status or how to earn your status. Now, I don't know the exact timestamp, so let's ask our application here, how to earn your status. And this has given me the exact timestamp where this sentence starts. So let's go through it.
But even back then, you had to earn your status by taking care of the tribe.
So how does it exactly do that? So it uses something called RAG under the hood. It starts with processing, maybe I can show you this image. So it starts with processing the video into the audio, into an MP3 file, and it transcribes that MP3 file using Deepgram. And then it uses the transcribed text and embeds it using OpenAI model. And then it stores that data into ChromaDB, and then it uses indexing for searching. So let's understand that in detail. So here you can see it's transcribing the audio using a parameter called paragraphs equals to true. What does that mean? So if you don't set paragraphs equals to true, or you don't use this parameter called paragraphs, what it's going to do is it's going to give you one large transcription file for transcription document. For example, here you can see there's a object called transcript, and it just keeps on going. It's quite large. And if you use this for semantic searching, what it's going to do is every time you do a search, it's going to give you one result and with the same timestamp every time, which is 00, because you're using the whole text. So to prevent that from happening, we use something called paragraphs. So paragraphs are broken down into sentences, so that your semantics are maintained, and also you are able to chunk the large paragraphs into smaller sentences, and they have their own start and end timestamps. So after video processing, we move on to embedding. So what happens here at embedding stage is that the embedding model, text embedding 3 large by OpenAI, converts our text or words into vectors. So especially searchable vectors with indexes so that they're easier to find. Vectors are nothing but numbers with dimensions. So, and it stores those vectors into our ChromaDB here with indexes so that they're, of course, easier to find. And then we move on to search engine. So what happens in search is whatever prompt you write here is also converted into vector using the same embedding model. And then using cosine similarity, it finds the most relevant vectors and gives you the result in this format. Sometimes the results you get are not as relevant. So for example, here we got relevant result, but it could be there is a possibility that the results are not that relevant. So what do you do then? In those cases, you can use something called an AI re-ranker. When you use an AI re-ranker, what it does, it takes the top results, top K results. Let's say you had 4 results. So it uses those top 4 results and gives them relevancy scores based on your prompt. And based on that, it re-ranks the outputs. So let's say your second video had a relevancy score of 80% and your first video had a relevancy score of 60%. So what the re-ranker will do is it will re-rank the videos, and it will put the second video to first place and the first video to second place, because that's how the relevancy score was given to it. So this is how it works in a nutshell, and I have attached the GitHub repository in the description, so you can go have a look at it and use it. So thank you for watching.